Every year we hear news of powerful storms hitting our coasts, bringing heavy rains, strong winds, and sometimes large-scale destruction. These storms can disrupt lives, damage homes, and impact thousands of people. What we call storms often begin their life at sea as cyclones. But what exactly is a cyclone? And how does it grow from a small disturbance over the sea into a massive storm system? Let's find out. A cyclone is basically a giant spinning storm that forms over warm ocean water. Think of it like a huge engine powered by warm water and air. At the center of the cyclone is the eye, but all around the eye are the strongest winds and heaviest rains, called the eye wall. The air around a cyclone spins in an anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere, all because of the Earth's rotation. Let's see how a cyclone forms. It all begins when the surface of the sea becomes very warm, at least 27 degrees Celsius or more. This heat warms the air above it, making it lighter and causing it to rise, leaving behind a low-pressure area near the ocean surface. Now, air from the surrounding regions rushes in to fill this gap. But because the Earth is spinning, this air doesn't move in a straight line. It starts to curve and spiral around that low-pressure zone. As this warm, moist air rises higher, it cools and forms dense clouds. When water vapor condenses into droplets, it releases heat energy, and that heat fuels the storm even more, pulling in more air and building power. Gradually, this growing system becomes a massive, swirling storm with towering clouds, heavy rain, and fierce winds rotating around a calm center, called the eye of the cyclone. As long as the cyclone stays over warm ocean waters above that 27 degrees Celsius mark, it keeps gaining strength. But once it moves over land or colder water, it begins to lose energy and slowly weakens. But did you know? This same powerful storm goes by different names around the world. In the China Sea and Pacific Ocean, it's called a typhoon. In the Caribbean and Atlantic Ocean, people know it as a hurricane. Across the southern United States and parts of West Africa, it's called a tornado. In northwestern Australia, they're known as willy willies. And here in the Indian Ocean, we call them tropical cyclones. Now in India, cyclones are a major concern, especially for coastal regions. With a long coastline stretching over 8,000 kilometers, the Indian subcontinent is exposed to nearly 10% of the world's tropical cyclones. Most of these cyclones originate over the Bay of Bengal and strike the eastern coast. That's why states like Odisha, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu are the most vulnerable. In fact, the Bay of Bengal sees far more cyclones than the Arabian Sea, roughly in a 4-to-1 ratio. The West Coast, including Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala, experiences fewer cyclones. But when one does make landfall, it can still bring strong winds, heavy rainfall, and coastal flooding. On average, 5 to 6 tropical cyclones form in the North Indian Ocean every year, and 2 or 3 of them can be severe. Cyclones in this region tend to occur mainly in 2 seasons, the pre-monsoon months of May and June, and the post-monsoon months of October and November. They follow a bimodal pattern, with the primary peak in November and a secondary peak in May, when sea temperatures are high and atmospheric conditions favor their formation. When these storms make landfall, their destructive winds, torrential rain, and storm surges can devastate coastal communities. So while cyclones vary in size from a few dozen kilometers to hundreds, their impact spreads across thousands of square kilometers, affecting homes, power lines, bridges, and entire livelihoods along India's coasts. Understanding this helps us stay alert and prepared. So make sure you watch our next video, where we'll talk about how to prepare and stay safe when a cyclone is on its way.